Welcome to ArchRivals Football Season 4. Sponsored by Raz Energy, Steiner Sports, and Super Draft Pro. Here is your starting lineup for Season 4. Number 20, Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins. Number 96, Alex, the Bearman, Al-Kazzaz. And number 69, Ricky, the Master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Kickoff is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing on this Wednesday, December 7th, 2022? I am the Playmaker himself, Darnell, Sallins out here in the good old state of Florida, which is still warm out here. It's currently 7 degrees right now, according to my laptop. And out there in the good old state of Texas, where they're doing big things in Texas, especially them Cowboys, it's the Bearman, Mr. Al-Kazzaz. How you doing?
Oh, man, really sore. Last 3 days, getting to work at 6 a.m., working till about 3 o'clock. Man.
It's been rough on you, huh?
Yeah. First time in 3 years I actually got a job.
Yeah, you know, and now you know what I've been going through now.
Yeah.
And you just working part-time. You ain't even working full-time.
Well, right now it's seasonal, but...
Like I said, you barely going through what I'm going through.
Oh, yeah.
But nevertheless, we're going to recap Week 13, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into some news and notes because a lot of stuff took place after Week 13. And then we're going to preview Thursday Night Football because one of our teams is actually on Thursday Night Football. Great. You ready to get this party started, Bearman?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Thursday Night Football, last week, we had the Buffalo Bills at Gillette Stadium to take on the New England Patriots. As you see on your screen, 24-10. Buffalo got a good, nice, easy, comfortable win over the New England Patriots. Do you remember anything that you have for this game, Bearman?
Oh, Ricky, I wonder how Ricky feels, but Ricky probably would have just said, man, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised if he didn't even watch.
I mean, it was a pretty comfortable win for the Buffalo Bills. Much needed win for them. You get to Sunday afternoon for 1 o'clock, starting off in the ATL with the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not a very productive game to watch, shall I say. Neither quarterbacks look good, neither offenses look good, but the Pittsburgh Steelers did come out with the W 19-16.
Yeah, and I picked Atlanta to win. I don't know why.
Kenny Pickett was 16 for 28, 197 and a touchdown. Marcus Mariota 13 for 24, 167, 1 touchdown and 1 pick. But the highlight of this game was Najee Harrison doing a nasty stuff on him. I forgot the cornerback's name, but that was just a vicious stuff on him. Oh my gosh. He took that man's soul. Did you see that stiff arm?
Yeah.
I don't know how you come back from that. That was just I don't know. I really don't know. From the showers of the ATL up to Ford Field at Detroit, Michigan, as the Detroit Lions hosted the Jacksonville Jaguars, and good gracious. I did not expect a ass whooping to take place in Detroit, if I'm being completely honest. But an ass whooping took place in Detroit.
You know, it's funny, Jacksonville was coming off that big win over Baltimore.
Yeah, and they went to Detroit and got destroyed.
So I guess Jacksonville had their fun already.
Jared Goff, 31 out of 41 pass attempts, 340 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This is Jared Goff we're talking about here.
And how many turnovers did Detroit have?
I don't think they had any turnovers.
40 points. Huh.
They had no turnovers. Jacksonville had one turnover.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many turnovers did the Detroit Lions like force?
They only forced one, and they still got the 40. That means the defense of the Jaguars didn't show up in Detroit. Did y'all leave yourself down here in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I know what they were doing. They decided to go to the beach to get the sun instead of going to cold Detroit and play some football.
Because y'all got y'all ass whooped.
Yeah, they were on the beach, getting the sun.
Well, at least you ain't the Chicago Bears as we go from Ford Field to Soldier Field because, Chicago had a 16-3 lead. What does that final score say?
28-19.
You were outscored 25-3 from the midpoint of the second quarter on. Which means Aaron Rodgers still owns the Chicago Bears. And Aaron Rodgers didn't have an Aaron Rodgers game. 18 for 31, 182, and one touchdown. Justin Fields, oh my gosh. 20 for 25. Good. That's a good stat line, right?
Mm-hmm.
254 yards. That's good, right? He threw 2 picks.
Was he once again the leading rusher in this game?
6 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
So I guess the answer would be yes.
And yet Aaron Rodgers still owns the city of Chicago. What a shame. Chicago are sick to death right now. They are sick to death.
Yeah. They got a quarterback, but all those moves Chicago made.
They actually had the lead for once, and they still got beat by Aaron Rodgers. Matter of fact, they had a double-digit lead and still got beat by Aaron Rodgers. They just can't beat Aaron Rodgers, can they?
Definitely not.
Moving on to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Damn, we going on through the NFC North in this segment, ain't we? Minneapolis, Minnesota. The New York Jets were visiting the Minnesota Vikings. We had Sauce Gardner go up against Justin Jefferson. Mike White getting his second start of the season over Zach Wilson, and it took the Jets a while. But that was the problem. It took them a while.
It took them a while, yeah.
27-22, Minnesota wins. Mike White, 31 out of 57 pass attempts, 369, and 2 interceptions. Looking like Justin Fields over there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kirk Cousins, 21 for 35, 173, and 1 touchdown. Garrett Wilson, he's been balling his butt off of the Jets. He got 8 catches, 162 yards. Them Justin Jefferson numbers. Speaking of Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 45 yards, and 1 touchdown. Sauce Gardner did his part. 7 catches for only 45 yards, JJ?
Problem is, like you said, they took too long.
Yeah, they took too long to come up. But
it
was the running game of the Vikings that did it. Both Dalvin Cook and Anderson Madison both had touchdown runs. Dalvin Cook had 85 yards on the ground with that touchdown. It was the running backs that did it in for the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm pretty sure that's a good win for them. They feel good about this. So, man, speaking of feeling good, neither one of these teams are feeling good as we go from Minnesota to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, as it was the Washington Commanders facing the New York Giants in a first of 2 battles within 3 weeks of each other. 20-20. The Commanders jumped up to a 10-0 lead. Giants come back to tie it up with a 10-0 run of their own. Both teams traded field goals, and then both teams traded touchdowns. So we end up with our second tie of the goddamn season.
58-yard field goal could have won it for New York, but was no good.
Taylor Heineke. Do y'all have Heineke where you work at?
Wait, what?
Heineke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean Heineken?
Yeah,
of course.
All right, okay.
Of course we do. I sold some today, actually.
Oh, wow.
Well, technically, I guess I sold it. It was on a pickup order. I packed it up, scanned it, had it ready for pickup. So I guess technically I did sell it.
27 for 41, 275, and 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones, 25 for 31, 200 yards, and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 8 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown. Daniel Jones was the leading rusher, not Saquon Barkley. 12
It's not a
carries for
good
71
thing.
yards.
It's not a good thing when the quarterback is the leading rusher in the game.
I mean, there's some stuff that, but we have a 2020 tie.
What's in the standings? Is Washington above New York, or is New York still above?
I believe since they tied, it should be Washington. It should be the Giants still have a spot. They tied. Let's see here. As of right now, we have the Eagles number 1, Vikings number 2, San Fran would be 3, Tampa Bay would be 4, Dallas 5, Giants 6, Seahawks 7. As of right now, that means the Washington Commanders on the outside looking in.
Tampa's still above Dallas.
I mean, they lead their division. You forgot they are leading their division, so they would be 4th seed.
Eagles destroying Tennessee.
Then somebody used to play for Tennessee before he got traded to Philly.
A.J. Brown.
8 catches, 119, and 2 touchdowns. How you like revenge games? By the way, that team that you traded him to, Jalen Hurts, the quarterback over there, 29 for 39, 380 and 3 touchdowns. 380 and 3 touchdowns. How you like them apples? And by the way, Jalen Hurts was not the leading rusher. That would have been Miles Sanders for a whopping 24 yards. And they still beat y'all by 25 points.
How did King Henry do?
King Henry was not the leading rusher. It was actually Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill had more yards than Derrick Henry. He had 3 carries for 34 yards. Derrick Henry, 11 carries for 30 yards. So yeah, I like that ass whooping. And speaking of how you like stuff. Ooh, I'm kind of, if John Misat is watching right now, I'm sorry, but we are at the Big Crab Cake, Baltimore, Maryland, where it was the Ravens going against the Denver Broncos in a game where Lamar Jackson got injured in the first quarter, and yet the Ravens still won the game 10-9.
What's the injury? Is it a knee injury?
It is a knee. I can't think of it. I was looking at it today and I completely forgot the injury. It's part of the knee. It's a knee injury. It's an injury that usually keeps you out for 1 to 3 weeks. So that's a problem we're looking forward. But yet, the Broncos continue to find ways to lose games. And Russell Wilson is not helping one bit.
And they paid Russell Wilson
17 for 22, 189 yards. That's it. No touchdowns, no picks, no turnovers. That's it. That is it. They won the turnover battle 2-0. But yet the Ravens out yardage them, out first down them, out time possession them, and all. With Taylor Huntley in for Lamar Jackson. So you're telling me the Ravens controlled the clock without Lamar Jackson? And the Broncos with that top tier defense couldn't stop it? But then again, they did only score 10 points. That offense is atrocious. like legit atrocious right now. That is terrible. You got a team without their starting quarterback can beat you with a score of 10-9.
Russell Wilson being a total shell of himself.
That is terrible.
And the Broncos are stuck with him.
So we go from a quarterback not doing his job and a quarterback being into a quarterback who made his return. And not only did he make his return to the NFL, he also made his return against his former team. Deshaun Watson is back from suspension. His first game was in Houston. The reason why he got suspended in the first place. So, how would Deshaun Watson look with the Cleveland Browns going into Houston? He looked there awful. 12 for 22, 131, and an interception. Not to be outdone. Not to be outdone by his counterpart, Mr. Kyle Allen. 20 for 39, 201, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. It was the running game of Cleveland and the defense of Cleveland. Cleveland forced 4 turnovers on the Texans, taking one of them back to the house. And a good old 13-point whirlwind over the Houston Texans, who are now sitting at 1-10-1.
Didn't the Cleveland Browns defense have like 2 of them that they returned to the house? 1 fumble and 1 INT?
They might have had 2. I know they had 1 at least. Let me see here. If it should to me, I can get you that answer. They took an interception back to the house, and they had a punt return.
Oh.
So defense and special teams came through for the Cleveland Browns in that one. Even though Deshaun Watson looked at rushing, what you expect him, man, he literally was out of football for exactly 700 days before the game Sunday. He got what you expected from Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Once that season gets here and he's not having to deal with more stupid stuff or legal stuff, whatever you want to call it, we should see the old Deshaun Watson come back, okay? But here's what you expected. By the way, 10 of the accusers were there at the game there, man.
Yeah, I saw.
But nevertheless, has anybody talked about what happened? No, they talked about the game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What took place on the field. That's all everybody talked about. So it looks like we're going in the right direction now. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, the 4 o'clock hour, as my Los Angeles Rams was hosting the Seattle Seahawks in round 1 of our meeting. No Matthew Stafford, no more Derrick Henderson, no Cooper Kupp, no Allen Robinson for the rest of the season, no Aaron Donald for this game. And yet, I can sit here as a Rams fan and say I am damn proud of how this team performed. Even though we lost 27-23, I am damn proud of how the Rams played. They fought tooth and nail with the Seattle Seahawks, who supposed to have been blowing us out. Because I remember they was favored by 6.5, and somehow we was able to go toe to toe with them. So John Wolford got the start. 14 for 26, 178, 2 touchdowns. Not a good thing to be a quarterback for the Rams, but that's not what we do. Cam Akers, 17 carries, 60 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Geno Smith continuing his surprising season with 28 out of 39 passes, 367, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And 9 of those passes went to Tyler Lockett for 128 yards and 1 of those touchdowns. Nevertheless, I am proud. I can be proud of how my team performed. But Fairman, Seattle, 75. Rams dropped to 3-9.
Speaking of your Rams, isn't there a certain individual headed there right now?
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to Thursday night football. Remember, I said one of our teams playing on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And with that, so hold on, we got to wrap it up here first. That was a mistake on my part. Oh, crocodile missing. Oh, the San Francisco 49ers was hosting the Miami Dolphins. That's the graphic you're not seeing on here for whatever reason. 37-17 was the final score. Tony Rolla had a terrible game. 18 for 33, 295, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Tyreek Hill continued doing what he's been doing, 9 catches, 146, and a touchdown. But nevertheless, even though the 49ers won, Bearman, did they lose at the end, though?
Yeah, you might want to change the screen, by the way.
I ain't up changing the screen, but that's it. That is missing one graphic.
Oh.
And I'm talking about that game right now because
Miami, yeah, Tua. I don't even know what to say.
Miami Dolphins had 4 turnovers to San Fran 1. But San Fran ultimately lose at the end of it, even though they won the game. Because
Jimmy G, broken foot.
they'll be leading on Brock Purdy for most of the rest of the season. Because they said Jimmy G has a chance of returning in the postseason. There is a chance he can return to the postseason. We shall see. But things are looking interesting now between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks for the NFC West.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these days, if we keep doing this show, I might bring a basketball segment to this show because there's a team here that I'm going to talk about right now. I am not happy with what's so freaking up. As we go from Santa Clara to Las Vegas, Nevada. It was Bearman's ALC West pick versus my ALC West pick. And as you see on the screen, Bearman's ALC West pick won 27-20. You're telling me that Justin Herbert went 28 for 47, 335, and 1 touchdown. Austin Eckler didn't go nowhere because he only had 10 carries for 35 yards. Keenan Allen 6 catches, 86 yards and a touchdown. But nevertheless, Derek Carr on the other side, 16 for 30, 250, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Josh Jacobs is continuing to run wild with 26 carries, 144 on the ground and a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 8 catches, 177, and 2 touchdowns. I'm not the type of guy, and Bearman will confirm this, that calls for jobs. Right? But damn it, Brandon Staley, I really want you to get fired right about now. I really want you to get fired right about now. And Bearman would tell you, I'm the type of guy I give coaches 3 years to show me something. The first year is gonna be whatever it is because it's your first year. You gotta learn the players gotta learn you, and yeah, all this other stuff. Second year, I need to see a little bit of you. But year 3 is where I really start to judge you, and I do believe this is year 3 for Brandon Staley, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I looking at a 6-6 Los Angeles Chargers team?
Well, there's injuries. That's what the injuries is probably one problem, but coaching is a huge problem too. And the biggest thing right now is Justin Herbert is being wasted.
What? I don't want to see Justin Herbert's number for the season. I just want to see it. You ready for these numbers?
Yeah.
Justin Herbert right now in this season is completing 66.7% of his passes. Guess how many yards he has thrown for?
2,000?
He's thrown for 3,339 yards.
Wow, well, I'm not even close. Well, then Herbert is actually playing respectably well. The problem is then it's true. Then the coaching's the problem.
He has thrown 20 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's more than a 2-to-1 ratio.
So yeah. So he's solidifying himself, like I said, as the future of the league. Because I'm still getting crap for that, just in case you want to know. Yeah, he needs a coach. He needs an offensive coordinator. He needs a team around him. I mean, almost like Justin Fields, he's a lone wolf.
I said this on Snowman in the morning when I was on that Monday. The reason why we don't talk about the Chargers much on that show because me and Coach Johnson, we can literally go off on them every single week. That's how bad it is. But I really haven't talked about the Chargers on here. This is freaking pissing me off. You don't think the Rams would be pissing me off, but hey, y'all don't. I told everybody what's going on with us, and now everybody open their damn eyes and they actually see what I've been saying. I have a quarterback that's done for the season. My line, I keep getting a different starting offensive linemen every game. That's not the problem with the damn Chargers. They have some injuries. Your quarterback is still there. You got your number one target. Your second target ain't there. But Joshua Palmer has emerged. You still got one of the top running backs in the league in Austin Eckler. What the freak is going on in LA with the Chargers? And don't say injury because they don't got as much injury as the Rams. Brandon Staley, count your days. Count your days.
Oh, they're numbered.
Count your days, but they are very numbered. This is pathetic.
Oh, they're numbered big time.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3 strikes are out, buddy.
I'm glad you said that. Because that actually segues to our last game, the game of the week. Cincinnati, Ohio. You did say 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
I believe that's what Joe Burrow was saying to Patrick Mahomes right about now. 1, 2, 3. Joe Burrow has beaten Patrick Mahomes 3 consecutive times. And guess what, Bearman? You know the crazy part about this is he has done it 3 times in 1 calendar year.
Wow. Somebody's got Patrick Mahomes' number.
They beat him in last year's regular season that took place in January of this year. Beat him in the AFC Championship game that took place in January of this year. And he beat him Sunday, which is still 2022. How did Joe Burrow look?
And the Bengals have really turned things around. I mean, they were once, 0-2. Now they're 8-4.
Joe Burrow, 25 for 31, 286, 2 touchdowns. Somebody JP Ryan filling in for Joe Mixon for the second week. 21 carries, 106 yards. And Jamar Chase made his return. 7 catches, 97 yards. I mean, Patrick Mahomes' numbers is right up there with Joe Burrow's. 16 for 27, 223 and a touchdown. They did.
The game-winning touchdown was with like 10 minutes left, so the Chiefs could have responded, but they didn't.
But yet, the Cincinnati Bengals are owning Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat you 3 times in 1 year.
Hey, any chance there's going to be another rematch in the playoffs between these two?
Oh. If it is, I might pick Cincinnati again like I did Sunday.
Maybe.
Good gracious, they owning Kansas City. They cannot. Patrick Mahomes cannot get past Joe Burrow. And the only reason why they call that man Joe Cool. And then we get to our primetime game, starting in Arlington, Texas. The Dallas Cowboys were hosting the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm pretty sure I can sum up Bear Man's thoughts by going by quarter. Well,
first I should probably say.
I got you covered.
Well, I haven't actually talked about this on Cowboys Talk, and guys, I apologize because of my with my new job and everything, things have been tough, but I might be doing things a little bit differently for the rest of the season because with my work, but I guess if Playmaker's got it for now, let's see what he's got to say.
First quarter, Colts scored 10, Cowboys 7. Kellen Moore, what are you doing? Why are we down?
Yeah, look at that. He's finally seeing what I've been thinking.
Second quarter comes about. Cowboys scored 14. Colts add a field goal, so we're going to halftime with a score of 21-13. All right. We're getting somewhere now. Okay. What I'm saying here. Michael Gallup got a touchdown. Tony Pollard went a touchdown in. Okay, we getting balance on offense. Defense is doing their thing. We're going somewhere now.
Are you trying to be Scooter right now?
No, just follow me. Third quarter, we have the one touchdown from Matt Ryan to Pierce, which still was the only score of that quarter, making the score 19-21 Cowboys. What happened in the third quarter? Did we forget to do some things here? I mean, like, defense doing their part. They only gave us a touchdown, but where's my offense at? Come on, Kellen Moore. You was doing good in the second quarter. Now you went back to what you were doing in the first quarter. What's going on here?
So now you're finally getting why I'm not a fan of Kellen Moore.
And then the fourth quarter happened.
33 points.
Then the fourth quarter happened. Michael Gallup catches his second touchdown of the game. Malik Hooker takes a fumble recovery back to a touchdown. Tony Pollard runs a touchdown in. His second touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott runs a touchdown in. Malik Davis runs a touchdown in. Good gracious. It's just a beatdown of epic proportions in the fourth quarter.
I mean, 33 points off of 4 turnovers.
3 rushing touchdowns, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and a passing touchdown. Good gracious.
I mean, it's funny. At one point, we had a game. I mean, it was 21-19 after 3 quarters, was it not?
Yeah.
21-19 at the third and 54-19 at the end of the fourth. So just like that, 33 points off of these quick turnovers. At first, Matt Ryan was really having a nostalgic moment. He looked like his old self. So then the Cowboys basically said, "All right, you had your moment of nostalgia. Now recess is over. Now you're in for a tough lesson."
I'm amazed at these numbers. So Matt Ryan, 21 for 37, 233, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries, 82 yards, 4 yards.
No effect. No effect at all.
Dak Prescott, 20 for 30, 170 yards. 20 for 30, 170 yards.
You know what's funny is the Colts got destroyed and the Cowboys had less than 400 yards of total offense.
But yeah, he threw 3 touchdowns. That's what he threw for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tony Pollard, 12 carries for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. What did Ezekiel Elliott do around there?
You know what's funny? Zeke Elliott didn't start this game. He was the backup.
Zeke Elliott, 17 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even the starter. I looked it up. I think they said that according to Jerry Jones, it was a, quote, disciplinary reason, but I'm not sure if I'm buying that.
CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches, 71 yards, a touchdown. Michael Gallup, 4 catches, 23 yards, and 2 touchdowns. My eyes don't deceive me because I'm looking at these numbers and I'm just trying to piece this together. Like, the Cowboys dropped 54 points and they had 385 yards of total offense.
Mm-hmm. The Colts even have much less than that. The Colts were definitely in range. I think the Colts were at around 300 maybe.
The Colts had 309.
309.
They only had 19 points. The Cowboys ran for over 200 yards. Oh, and by the way, Bearman says thank you. Because that's what he's been waiting on. I don't think he was expecting 200 yards, but he appreciates that because 6.5 yards a carry. Yeah, you appreciate that. That's what
Prescott only got sacked once, I think.
One sack, he lost 5 yards.
Yeah, he hasn't been sacked much this season. I mean, the offensive line has been doing better than I thought.
Check this out. Cowboys, 3 penalties.
Oh, wow.
3 penalties for 43 yards.
I didn't even notice that.
They weren't getting penalized. They were disciplined.
How many penalties did the Colts have?
6 for 88. Basically double the Cowboys. This is the game Bearman wanted. This is the exact game you wanted. And it resulted in
You thought you were thinking about me as you were watching this game, weren't you?
I was at work.
Oh. Well, I know that I definitely would have expected our buddy Ricky to text me or to message me saying, "Okay, Alex, are you happy?"
You got what? This is the game you was waiting on. You finally got it.
Yeah, the running game finally worked.
34 carries, 30 passes. That's balance.
That's balance. There you go. Balance to the force.
Dak Prescott averaging 5.3 yards a pass. Your running game was 6.5 a carry. Hey, what can I say? Oh, I know what I can say. That goddamn Tom Brady did it again. That damn Brady. He's exercising his demons this season like another. His first hurdle was my Rams, in which he threw a game-winning touchdown, the latest he has ever thrown a game-winning touchdown, with 13 seconds remaining to beat my Rams. And that, in turn, was the beginning of the end of us, effectively, admittedly, and better remember to tell you that.
At one point, didn't the Saints have like a 16-3 lead or 13-3 lead?
But Brady had to exercise another demon, and this demon comes within the division of the New Orleans Saints. Brady has beaten the New Orleans Saints only one time since he's been with the Bucs, and that was in the playoffs when the defense won that game, not Tom Brady. Speaking of which, the Saints had a 13-3 lead going into the fourth quarter. The Bucs struck first at 3-0 in the first quarter. The Saints ripped off 13 unanswered to go to the fourth quarter. Then it went to 16-3 at the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Of the fourth quarter. And then from there, Tom Brady happened. 1 yard touchdown pass to Alton makes the score 10-16. And then he found Rashawn White for a 6-yard touchdown pass to win the game 17-16 with 3 seconds left. Tom Brady, 36 for 54, 281, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Leonard Fournette didn't do much. He only had 10 carries for 49 yards. Yet again, he did it again, man. At the age of, 43?
45, actually, I would say.
He did it again. He exercised both of his major demons this season. He took care of the Rams. Now he has beaten the Saints.
Look at that.
Snowman and Cole gonna hate me for this, but this is why he is called a goddamn goat. 7 Super Bowl titles. He lost 3 of them. He could have been 10-0, which would be freaking ridiculous. He probably would have retired after he won the 10th, but it would have been no use to him to keep going. And he's still putting out game-winning drives at the age of 45. Actually, no, he's not 45 yet. He's getting there though. But yet he's still throwing game-winning touchdowns. And the latest he's ever thrown like game-winning touchdown passes. He did it at 13 seconds against the Rams. He did it in 3 seconds against the freaking Saints. The two teams he had a hard time beating since he became a Buccaneer. That's what I guess that's why he's the GOAT. And me saying that is like poison in my goddamn mouth. So we're going to take a break. No, actually, before we take a break, standings. I went 12-2-1. Thanks a lot, Giants and Commanders. Bearman went 11-3-1. He's saying the same thing I'm saying. Thanks, Commanders. and Giants. You know, he'll say it a little more sarcastically because both of them is in his division. But I stretched my lead tonight with 5 weeks to go. I gotta say, we did pretty good in picking, though. We did pretty good in picking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't expect the Jaguars to get their ass whooped in Detroit. I would say that much. No, I would say I didn't expect them to get their ass whooped. Thought it would be a shootout, and maybe Jared Goff might have the ball last. But damn,
It didn't happen.
that definitely whatsoever. All right, when we come back, we will preview Thursday night football.
Paint Train Pipe Bomb Productions and the Playmakers blog are now both partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is now your new home for all fan merchandise. From the MLB, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLS, NASCAR, WWE, international soccer leagues, and golf. Check out the links below for everyday deals on Fanatics.com.
And welcome back to ArchRivals Football Season 4 as we get ready to preview Thursday Night Football. But before we get to Thursday Night Football, that is on your screen. And I don't know why he's showing that damn cat. Nobody cares about that cat. News and notes real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Bearman, Von Miller has been diagnosed with a torn ACL.
So it is a torn ACL.
He's out with a torn ACL.
So at first they said it wasn't. So, and as soon as they said that, I'm like, I didn't say this on social media, but I would have said, yeah, they're definitely gonna change their mind. There's definitely gonna be something, because if it takes this long to diagnose, then yeah. And I said this at the beginning, when the Bills overpaid Von Miller big time, it's gonna come back and bite them right in the butt, and that kind of seems like it's happening.
Cowboys are worried that OBJ would not be ready for this season, which brings hesitation of bringing in Odell Beckham Jr. There, man.
Well, I don't think he's gonna sign with Dallas, honestly. But then again, in your words, I'll believe it when I see it. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, he's not even gonna be fit to play until the playoffs.
And that brings us to Thursday Night Football, because a quarterback was released in Carolina and has flown to the City of Angels to wear blue and yellow, and I don't mean the LA Chargers. Baker Mayfield was claimed yesterday by the Los Angeles Rams. All right. I have this ESPN article here from Sarah Barshop, ESPN staff writer. Title of the article says, Rams still working through Baker Mayfield's status versus Raiders. One day after the Los Angeles Rams claimed quarterback Baker Mayfield off waivers, Coach Sean McVay said the team was still working through the quarterback status for Rams Week 14 game against the Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday night. During his news conference on Wednesday, McVay says Mayfield arrived at the Rams facility for only 14 hours prior. The coach said he would lean towards Mayfield being active for the game, but whether or not that means he would play or that he would be available in an emergency situation is something we're going to continue to work through. McVay said the Rams are still trying to give him the appropriate information because there are so many things that a quarterback is responsible for.
Yeah, well, is it official? Is he officially with the Rams now, or?
He's been at the facility for 14 hours. Well, at the time of this article, it was, he's been there for Probably about for a day now.
I really don't think, honestly. I mean, even if he was healthy, I mean, I'm not sure if he even had enough time to prepare. I mean, at this point, the Rams are out of the playoffs, so I mean, either way, like, yeah. So rushing him back doesn't do any good. But still, I mean, the Rams are out of the playoffs, so what's the rush?
I'll get to Baker Mayfield on Rambley Talk.
And I strongly suggest to everybody, if you love the Rams, Ramley Talk is the show for you. Believe me, I'm talking from experience.
But nevertheless, my Rams are on Thursday Night Football tomorrow night, F15 on December 8th, against the Las Vegas Raiders, who has found themselves on a winning streak all of a sudden. Josh Jacobs has been a man on a mission, running for over 300 yards in 2 weeks combined, damn near 400 yards in 2 weeks combined. Derek Carr and Devontae Adams was finding that college spirit again because Devontae Adams is going off like a monster. Damn near averaging 145 yards a game with like a pair of touchdowns. And here come the limping Rams. John Walford is questionable. Aaron Donald will be out for a second consecutive game. Matthew Stafford is practically shut down for the season, even though they haven't came out and said it. But when you bring in Baker Mayfield, yeah, we know what you're doing. Karen Makers has looked good. He has rushed for 60 yards at least in the last 2 outings that he has tried and scored has gotten in his zone at least once. Ben Jefferson has to be the leading receiver for the Rams, and Ben Scarani, Tyler Higbee, and the rest of y'all going to have to step up. Tutu Atwell's getting more opportunities now. Yeah.
Well, the Raiders only win because of the injuries.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have fun previewing this game.
Yeah.
Ain't talking about Baker Mayfield. Lucky me.
Well, because of the injuries, there's no excuse for Vegas. If Vegas loses this game, they're a laughing stock. I mean, all the injuries the Rams have, there's no excuse. Now, we might see a little bit of Jalen Ramsey versus Devontae Adams, but with how disoriented the team is.
Jalen Ramsey got some making up to do. And, yeah, because you know why the Rams lost? Because DK Metcalf won the game with a touchdown. And who was on DK Metcalf? Oh, that would be Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely humiliated. Kitty.
So, yeah. That's all I got for y'all tonight, really. So, let's see how our time works out tomorrow. If it works out comfortably for Bearman, we can get our final bearing down and gridiron in here for the time being, because championship week is over. We know who's in the playoffs. We know the bowl games. So that should be fun. Oh, and we know the 4 Heisman candidates. And they all quarterbacks. So, depending on how things work out, we'll find a way to get you that bearing down the gridiron, because there's a lot to talk about. Anything else, Bearman? Oh,
That's
the World
it.
Cup. The World Cup is still going on. So, Internet FC.
Yeah. If France doesn't win, guys, I'm not going to be myself. I need France to win it bad.
They won the last time.
Yeah, and I want them to win it again.
You should be able to chill. They won it.
Yeah, and they have France projected losing in the final to Brazil. If that happens, I'm not going to be able to recover from that for a long time.
Brazil. It is Brazil. And you still got Argentina in there.
Oh, well.
Poland's in there, even what they got going on with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Poland? You mean Portugal?
Portugal, I mean, you know, they got the team that you expect to be there are there. So it's not like
France has to play England, dude. And that's going to be tough. And if France somehow beats England, they're very likely going to play Portugal in the Final Four.
You ain't talking about probably the best soccer team there is in England.
You know, that would be a hell of a story. If France beats Portugal in the semifinal and beats Argentina to win the title again, that would be the story is Mbappe knocks out the two GOATs. And from then, if that happens, it's officially going to be Mbappe's yard.
All right. And to the Net FC. Don't miss it, soccer fans or football fans. Whichever term you want to use. I'm not,
yeah, that a little David Beckham and Peyton Manning. But hey, if you love professional wrestling, my show, Ringside Chaos, is the show for you. You love soccer? Go to NNFC. You love professional wrestling? Check out Ringside Chaos. I recently did an episode about William Regal leaving AEW, and it's supposedly heavily, insistently rumored he is heading back to the WWE, which is no surprise considering that Triple H is in charge.
Well, then, you got all that coming to you. Don't miss it. We'll catch y'all later.
You've just experienced ArchRivals Football Season 4. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Arch episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLshop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merch at amazing prices. Tune in again next time for ArchRivals Football Season 4.